What's up, YouTube? Welcome to more trades. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we've seen some interesting moves the past few days, weeks. I haven't posted in a while. I had my reasons. I mean, partly haven't seen anything new happen. I gave my levels in advance. I don't know if it was in my last video, but I surely put it out in my Discord. So when I see there is no need to do so, I might just post it on my Discord to let people know what's happening in the charts. And I just, if I'm too busy to post a video, then I don't. But now let's get back into the charts and let's look at what BTC has been up to and what should we expect. I would like to draw your attention to a few interesting things about BTC that I found in the chart, and at times I think patterns can repeat themselves. They don't have to repeat themselves, but patterns can repeat themselves if we believe that there are algorithms trading the charts and putting in trades sometimes. So they work in patterns a lot of times. Let me just try to sort out my display. Sorry about that. Once I get that sorted out, then I can get into the chart. Okay, I think that should be okay by now. All right. So yeah, that's BTC. This is BTC on the 15-minute chart. And what I've been looking at is that BTC could be doing the same thing. I thought that's going to happen over here. And I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. Because BTC has done something similar. Look at this pattern where we have a move up, we bring it down, another pump, we get it down, and then we have one more spike and we bring it down. Now remember that pattern. Now if we go back in the chart and look, where did Bitcoin do this before? And you can see over here, when we had this run up over here, we had a move up, we came down, we had another move up, spike down, then we have a run up. But it will be more evidently clear when you look at this. We had this move up and we came down, came up, did some sort of a rounding top, not really a rounding top, but a curved movement, and then we had a spike up. So I thought that could happen here, as I expect this here. I expected it to be like something like this, even though they don't look similar, but I meant the first peak and then you drop all the way, and then you have the second peak round, and you might be having another pump. So this is a second peak pump, maybe the pump isn't over, or first pump, second peak, but this second peak was higher, then you had the flush down. Over here we had first pump and then second peak, which is lower in this instance, then we have a pump. We didn't get the flush lower. Over here, first this pump, second peak is higher, then you have the flush down. So over here, since we didn't get the second higher peak, I expect still a pump. I might be wrong, but we might get it. At the moment, when we go to look to the fixed range volume profile, we'll take a look at that, and I'm going to tell you my targets to the upside that I've marked out, and people in my Discord are aware of these targets way ahead of time. So let me just turn up this indicator. At the moment, on the hourly, or in any time frame, but this is the hourly, the fixed range volume profile of this entire range that starts over here Monday 4th of December until today, this range is this range, just give me a second, sorry. Okay, the range at the moment, that's fine. The range at the moment, we didn't really respect it, but you can see the movement. If we break the value area high, you expect a further move to the upside. You come back, you lose the value area high, then you would expect a move down to the POC, lose the POC, you come down to the value area low, you would be short once you come in back into the value area high. And on a smaller time frame, right over here, you might see there is some back testing on smaller time frames. So let's go to the 1 minute and let's try and witness the back testing. Is it visible or not? So we go back in time. All right. Where was it? All right, let's go to a higher time frame. There it is. Great. All right, not interested. 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. That point over there, you saw we had the drop, we came back, you had a back test of the value area high, and you drop down. Now, when you go to higher time frames and you look at it, you might not see it. So that's why my entries are usually monitored on smaller time frames where I could take my trade. Now, for the upside targets that I'm looking for, and you've been waiting to hear these. For starters, we are above the POC. So my next target naturally would be the value area high if we can hold this. So this would be at around this level, 44,200. And if we can break that, then I would expect us to come all the way up. It's a possibility, nothing's guaranteed. I would expect us to come, this is on the 4 hourly, come and retest the naked point of control up here at around 45,897. It's around 45,897 over here, as you can see. Not the pink line, this white line over here. And that's the naked point of control. So I would expect a tap of that if we can continue high, if we can hold the 44 range. Now that point over here, once we get here, I would wait to see. Is Bitcoin going to get a rejection? Or is it going to flush out? Meaning, are we going to come up after we get support here? Maybe we come down, bounce up. Are we going to come here and get a spike up, a wick to the upside and come down? Or are we going to get a big candle flush out, something similar to this, and then we get the wick? So either way, I'll be watching it. I'll be watching those two targets. As I told you, 45,897 and 44,200. Now, if we start losing this level of 42,684, there is a possibility to come back to 41,588. So that's about $1,000 point move. At the moment, we have moved positive. We moved up. It looked like we were gonna dump, but we didn't. But we have this insufficiency over here. This is insufficiency. Whenever you have insufficiency, a lot of times you'd like to recover it, but don't forget you have this insufficiency to the upside. So what are you gonna recover first? And also we have this inverted head and shoulder that has formed on the daily, which has a target of from the top of the head, and we assume this is the neckline, and you take it over here. Our breakout point would be somewhere here. This is on the daily, so the breakout point for me to consider, my breakout point would be somewhere around here. So if I bring that, and if it's to break today, my breakout point would be here at around 43,870. So once I start getting into the 43.9, I'll be keeping my eyes wide open and expecting a move up. It might not happen in one candle, but this is a target. It could take us all the way up to recover this wick. Isn't that a coincidence? So that's the head and shoulders target I would expect if we break to the upside. This is on the daily time frame. It would take longer to happen, but it is a possibility. This candle over here was a reversal candle. If you were watching candle patterns, you would assume that you're going to reverse on this day. Now going back to the insufficiencies, we have this big juicy red candle. I would like Bitcoin to recover it. In the same instance, we have this wick down here, and we have this big green candle over here. So there are many possibilities. Now I would like to look at Solana. Solana has been one I haven't looked at in a long time. Now I'm looking at this fresh. I mean, I haven't charted out any new levels on Solana, but I'm looking at it fresh and trying to see. In fact, it looks like everything I had on Solana has disappeared. Still there. Okay. Now we had this very extended move to the upside for Solana. I would like to delete drawings, remove drawings for Solana. Now what has Solana done all the way up to 100? And so if I get it, if I bring it out here exactly, Solana optimistic. I mean, I am optimistic on the long run, but I was expecting lower levels. As you know, that I was expecting it to go back down to $9 or even sub $9. At the moment, Solana came all the way up 0.786 from this peak, which for Bitcoin would be around 52 or 56k. I'm not sure. Around the same time, this was at April 2022. Then we started dumping all the way down. Now if Solana can't hold the $91.7, naturally I'll just look at its steps. There will be a move down all the way down to 75 possibly if Solana can't hold the 91. In addition, this 91 level, if you look at it, is some sort of like a point of control, a range where Solana is respecting previous support probably. Yeah, you see there we have a value area low for this range, and at the same token, if you go left, this point of 95 and 75, this was an important range. So you lost 95 at this point. When you lost it, if you look at it on the daily, you lost 95 over here. The next day took 2 days and you came all the way down to 81. So there could be a big quick move down if you don't hold it. But 91 would be somewhere here, some kind of support here for Solana. It's a previous, somewhere around here, previously down at August 2021, we had this kind of resistance, or even it became a bounce zone over here. We held it and we bounced up and shot up. So the reverse can happen if we cannot hold it and maintain it. Now if I look at this and I do some quick analysis of Fibonacci levels and what has Solana done from the low over here. Now let's look how far has Solana moved from down here. I'll bring this to this peak. Solana has exceeded all the fib levels. I mean, it's at 4.618. So I know by looking at that my count needs to be revised. I mean, okay, Solana did a big one and possibly came down for a 2, and then possibly did another 1, 2, and this would have been its 3 to the upside. Let me see if I'm getting this right. This extended move all the way up here could have been a 3. Okay, and then we came down, fib retracement from down here all the way to that peak, a shallow wave 4, barely. I don't even know if it's a 4, but it's a shallow wave 4. Sometimes in move up or an uptrend or even a bull market, you get shallow retrace it. So if I say this was my wave 3, bottom of wave 4, then I'd say my wave 5 spike 1.272, a bit too much, and now my wave 5 is finished. If I say the 5 wave move is finished and I expect Solana to come all the way down, beginning of this wave to the peak, all the way down to the at least 0.5 or 1.618, depending if this is a correction or an impulse. Solana can come down to $69 or $56. But remember something, I was calling that Solana would come down all the way down to $8 or $9 or even below that, and it didn't do it. But these are all speculation. All we can do is speculate and try to see where's a probable move and reasoning behind that. Now we've came back to the 50 EMA on the 1 day time frame and we're still holding it, so that's good news. But if we start losing it, you can see these vector candle zones down here. It's around 61, 64, 65. I was telling you 65 is a possible. You have this wick here down between 83 and 77. Now if you start flushing down, it's going to be bad for Solana. At the moment it's looking good. Some people will look at this and say this is a big flag. Yeah, some people would say that. Doesn't look nice, but that's it. Oh, that's the flagpole, and we might be breaking out to the upside all the way to 124, retesting the high. See, Solana and Bitcoin have patterns that are showing me there is a possibility to the upside. The thing is about flags, when flags are longer than the flagpole, I don't like them. At the moment, okay, it is acceptable somewhat. Trend-based fib time, let's look at trend-based fib time. Let me see, from down here to the peak over there. So far we've exceeded the 0.618. This is the 0.786. We're close to it, or we are at it. That will be on the 6th of February. Yeah, we're at the 0.786. So that's for Solana. I mean, remember, trading is all speculation. You can't guarantee, no one can guarantee you anything in trading. But I can tell you what I think and what it's looking like. Now, before I switch the stream off and before I get off, I would like to look at two more things. I like to look at them to have an overall idea. The Nasdaq. Why we look at the Nasdaq? Because a lot of times there is a correlation between Bitcoin, as in crypto, and the Nasdaq. At the moment, Nasdaq has reached all-time highs, all-time highs. I mean, it reached level we didn't expect it to go, and its main support is down at 16,924, but it's holding very well up here, and there is a chance Nasdaq does the same thing. It looked like over here we came down. It looks like we're forming a double top, and we continued. It's very possible. But in my opinion, Nasdaq is, and the traditionals are all getting overheated. Look at the RSI on the daily, still has room. But in my opinion, it looks like it is getting hot. I mean, these are lower highs and higher highs. That's bearish divergence, which isn't good. It's telling me there is a down move incoming. Even if you look at the micro here, higher highs, lower highs, bearish divergence. There is something that's going to happen really soon on the Nasdaq. Now, the other thing I would like to look at is the DXY. DXY RSI is still not very hot. We have some sort of an inverted head and shoulders, ugly head and shoulders. We might have a move up. We're still holding the 50 on the daily. Are we positive for the day on the DXY? No, we're negative 0.12%. 4 hourly, 1 hourly. We have this. We could come down and recover this on the 1 hourly. We're just on the 50 EMA. 15 minute. This looks like a juicy candle to come back to. I'm telling you, there is a chance. We've lost the 50 EMA on the 15 minute, but just be careful. To the downside, just to close up, Bitcoin to the downside, my support, oh there, Bitcoin's moving to the upside. Nice, 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 nice. Let's go to smaller time frames, that's 15 minute. Nice move to the upside. Are we gonna take out yesterday's high at 43,567? Or are we gonna top out here? Look at this big green candle. It is to be recovered as well. Now, we are flaring out to the upside. Let's look at the Stokes. Stochastic RSI. We haven't got the cross down, and EMAs haven't crossed down. So no reason for me to think of shorting. We are in a range, we're range bound. So while you're trading a range bound, it's a good idea to have your fixed range volume profile. Remember 44,203, of course 44,500, or as I have it over here, 500, and 45,897. To the downside, you have other levels of support. We have the value area low coming in at around 41,590, but most important level will be much lower. 38. See this level over here? 38,000, 38.5 is another level. Now, I am on the daily time frame and I have a fixed range volume profile, but I'd like to draw another fixed range volume profile because we're forming a smaller range over here and it could be helpful for people who like to scalp. So I'm going to show you. We have this range over here, fixed range volume profile. We are above the POC. We are coming to the value area high, 43,389, and we might be pulling back after that. So this is your range, and you could trade the range. No harm in doing that. So value area, you have a range, get rid of that. You could just draw a straight line and have your range over here. You could draw a rectangle, a straight line. There you go. This is a respectable range here. 43,563. The low of your range that was respected was somewhere here. For this level, 42 to 43,563. When you're up here, you could chance a short. You see you have several wicks, but maybe the fourth hit could be or fifth hit could be a breakout. So you never know. Just be careful. Use stop loss and you'll be all right. That's my update for the markets. Hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and join the free Discord where I post my trades sometimes. When I take them, I post them. And when I'm not posting videos, I do post updates on my Discord. Thanks a lot for watching. More trades, I'm out.